Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, my dear respected and viewers. Inshallah, this is the question for today. Question asks, Assalamu alaikum Ustaz, wa alaikum assalam. What are the ways of paying fidyah? Does making PayPal donations, pay now donations to the needy or mosques fulfills this requirement? Thank you. Basically, this question is asking what are the ways in your paying any fidyah. The meaning in your fidyah is when a person is obliged to pay an amount in your price of staple food or in the sum in your money due to not any fasting in any of the days in your Ramadan, whether a person do not fast intentionally without any reason, or a person who do not fast with reasons. And for example, there are people who are sick, who are unable to fast. They do not fast, but they pay any fidyah. For every day that they do not fast, they pay one more of rice or one more of staple food, or to pay an amount of money as substitute to the staple food. The question is asking what are the ways of paying any fidyah. Basically, what is wajib is that you pay fidyah to the miskin, fakir or miskin. And the definition of fakir is a person whose need, whose income is half of his need. And for example, if he needs $1,000 a month, he gets only $300. This is considered to be fakir. But if it's more than half, $600, and for example, he needs $1,000, but his income is $600. This is miskin. So there's a difference between fakir and miskin, and both are eligible to accept fidyah. Likewise, in the chapter of zakah, when you speak about eligibility to accept any zakah. What are the ways of paying fidyah? You can pay to the needy, whether you come to them and you pay the money, or you give them the rice, for example, in our case, or you pay by PayPal, for example. He has an account, and most people nowadays has an account. It is not something that only the rich has account, and poor people also they can they can have their own account, and anyway it's free. It is easier nowadays to send any money to these transactions. So if you know a particular person who has the requirement of a fakir or a miskin, then you can pay your fidyah to this particular person. You can pay the fidyah to this particular person. And whether you are paying by hand, you pay the fidyah by hand by going into the person and pay the fidyah, that amount, or that sum of rice, amount of rice as what I mentioned, or you transfer the money through the PayPal, and before the transfer, and you make the intention that this is going to be your fidyah, that is obligatory upon you. You do the transfer with this intention. Khalas, I mean, it is the same thing as you are paying that person in person. There is no difference, because at the end of the day, on his end, he accepts that money, and he can use that money to spend. So either you pay in person, or you pay by transaction, whether we're speaking about PayPal, we're speaking about USB, savings, and so on in the end, and so forth, and so forth. Likewise, pertaining to giving to mosques, all this fulfill this, all this fulfill this requirement. So there is no difference in paying in person and paying to transactions. But of course, the best that I advise many a times to our viewers is that when you are paying your zakah, when you are paying your fidyah, look at your own family members, those who are able to accept any zakah from you, your siblings, for example, your uncles and your aunties. If you find they are needy, they are poor, for example, they are in need of money, their income is not sufficient, they have a lot of bills to pay, or they are in a state of indebted by loans that are overwhelming, that they do not have sufficiency in their daily bread. And for example, these are the people that you should look for, and to transfer your money, your zakah, your fidyah to them, based on the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Those who gives any zakah to his relative, he will get two rewards from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One is the reward you're paying of zakah, the other one is the reward of siratul rahim. So this is the aspect also that we have to see. So there is no issue in paying in person or paying in transfer. Soalan yang menanyakan bagaimana kita nak membayar fidyah, jawapannya adalah kita mencari seorang miskin ataupun fakir dan memberikan duit itu kepadanya ataupun beras itu kepadanya. Seorang miskin adalah seorang yang pendapatannya adalah kurang daripada keperluannya. Yakni dia memerlukan $1,000 satu bulan, dia dapat $800. Ini miskin. Dia boleh terima zakat, boleh terima fidyah. Sama juga dengan fakir. Fakir pendapatannya kurang daripada separuh keperluannya. Dia memerlukan $1,000 tapi dia mendapat $300. Ini adalah fakir. Ataupun dia tidak ada pekerjaan sama sekali, tidak ada income sama sekali. Fakir. Maka fakir ini lebih afdal, ini kita kedepankan daripada miskin. Kita boleh memberikan zakat kepada mereka, kita memberikan fidyah kepada mereka. Sama ada kita memberikan berjumpa dengan mereka dan memberikan, ataupun kita transfer duit kepada mereka, PayPal ataupun POSB dan sebagainya. Yang penting ia sampai kepada akaun mereka yang mana dengannya mereka dapat membeli keperluan mereka. Maka tidak ada masalah. Sama ada kita memberikan dengan diri kita ataupun yang kita menggunakan transaksi. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Walhamdulillahirabbil alamin.